D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So last night I had the opportunity to go to the Fandango early access advanced screening of How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. And let me just tell you right now, I was super happy that Fandango has these advanced screenings because I got to see the movie 3 weeks before it came out. So this is going to be my review. Now there are some spoilers in this review, so if you do not want to have the movie spoiled in any way, shape, or form, don't watch this, but they're not crazy huge spoilers, but I do give away some plot details and some scenes. So let me just get started on this. Now, this movie captures the feels. Oh, you guys, the feels are just crazy in this movie. Now, even though this movie sparks the most emotion from the trilogy, it is the weakest of the three movies. From its generic plot to its villain's ultimate goal, this movie doesn't bring as much as its past companions. However, like I said before, it does bring the feels from start to finish. And I'm telling you guys right now, the feels are just crazy. If at any point in this movie you do not have a little bit of water in your eye because you're about to cry, then you just don't have a heart, okay? Now, the plot. This takes place 1 year after the second movie, and Hiccup wants to take the dragons away from Bert and take them to a hidden world where they can coexist with dragons because their way of life is threatened by pretty much everyone else on this planet. So they set out to find a hidden world instead of finding a very tall island where they end up settling for the rest of the film. Now, long story short, this movie is just basically like the bad guys from the second movie want to capture all the dragons for their dragon army. They hire a bounty hunter / assassin guy, which I'll talk about him in just 1 second, to stop them and everything so they can capture their dragons. And he just basically is the villain of the movie, and we're going to get to him right now. Now, the villain, his name is Grimmel, and he's voiced by F. Murray Abraham, doesn't invoke originality as far as sinister plans go. His goal to destroy every Night Fury on the planet and to create peace is nothing different from the other two movies. It's still the same plan, just modified a little bit. For instance, in the first movie, Hiccup's father wants to destroy the dragons and their nest, and then in the second movie, they want to capture all the dragons to make a dragon army to conquer the world. And in this one, the bad guy just wants to destroy all the Night Furies / dragons. So he basically just wants to destroy the Night Furies, and that's pretty much it. So it's very generic and kind of a little like blah, in my opinion. Now, the standouts of the movie, and of course the true stars of this movie are Toothless and the Light Fury, the female. They don't give her a name, so I'm just going to call her the Light Fury. Their romantic banter and silly play makes this movie more than enjoyable. From their dance meeting to the Light Fury's eventual acceptance of Hiccup to the Night Fury's relationship is really at the forefront of this movie. And I tell you right now, it could not be cuter the way that these two interact, Toothless and the Light Fury. It's so freaking cute, it's ridiculous. Now, the feels. You guys, the feels, I'm telling you right now, like, this thing pulls at your heartstrings sometimes. It's crazy. Now, my favorite emotional scene in this movie. Now, although I do really enjoy the scene where Toothless is trying to seduce / impress the Light Fury, the most emotional thing for me is when Hiccups decides to sacrifice himself for Toothless. And basically what happens, it's at the end of the movie, the two Night Furies get captured, but the bad guy hits Toothless with the dart and he is falling through the sky. And then the bad guy, Grimmel and Hiccup, have a hold of the Light Fury, the female, and they're falling, and she's got a muzzle on, and the bad guy's all like, "This is your plan," and he's all like, "No, this is," and he and he pulls off the muzzle from the Light Fury, and he just looks at her and he says, "Save him." And then, oh, you guys, right now, I'm getting so teary-eyed. And then he just lets go. And then he's falling through the air, and of course they do the slow motion of him falling, and the Light Fury just looks at Hiccup, and then she looks over at Toothless, and of course she goes straight for Toothless. And she gets him to safety or whatnot. And the bad guy and Hiccup are falling, and then at the last second, the Light Fury comes in and grabs Hiccup. Grimmel, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, plummeted to his death. And she saves him. And you guys, as soon when he looks at her and says, "Save him," like right now, I'm just like, it pulls at my heartstrings. So I just loved it. So in conclusion, should you see this movie? Absolutely. This movie is so good. It's just not my favorite one of the trilogy. I mean, my favorite one would have to be number 1, but this is not my favorite one, but it's still such a good movie, guys, especially the fills. This is probably the most emotional movie of the trilogy. I would argue that it is the most emotional movie of the trilogy. So, tell me, guys, what you thought of this review. If you liked this video, oh, and if you saw the movie, also, leave what you thought about it in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinion. As I said before, you can hit that like button if you like this video. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will check you guys later. Bye!